Hi everyone, Charles Wilkinson from Argo Yachting, and here today I'm going to show you a Galeon 405 HTS sports cruiser. So here we are in Swanwick Marina, just outside Southampton. It's our main sales office, so we've got lots of nice boats to look at. Just behind this 405 is this Galeon 560 Fly. We've got a video of that on our channel as well, if you'd like to look at it. But today we're looking at this 405 HTS, which is a sports cruiser, open cockpit, 2 cabin, 2 heads. 2 heads is very unusual for this size of boat. Normally it's just 1 bathroom, so we'll have a look at that later once we get down to the accommodation. It also has 2 soft opening rooftops, which we'll also look at. One of them I've just deployed. It'll be easier to see once we're on the cockpit. But this also has a sun pad conversion. So normally it's a backrest, which I'll show in a second. High-low hydraulic platform. So really good for easy access into the water. And if you have toys as well. There's also a tender garage in here, which we'll lift up in a second. But just about the platform, this is actually an extended bathing platform. It's 1200mm versus the standard 900. So it just gives it a really comfortable, spacious aft end. Got a swimming ladder just there centrally, and this boat is fitted with permateak synthetic teak decks, so really easy for maintenance, really easy to clean, and this even has the white caulking effect, so it keeps cool on the feet. What's really good on this boat, and may not be that noticeable on camera, but these side decks are actually really spacious in terms of the beam on them. Normally you have to kind of shimmy down them sideways, but they're actually really comfortable and safe, which again is quite unique on this size of boat. So just looking at this sun pad here, got these levers on the side that just help it, and I'll pop it up. And you can see there, try not to fall in the water. So it turns it just into a normal dining area, obviously shortens the aft end so you can walk around very easily. Yeah, super sturdy, really nice stainless bright work. And then, so this tender hatch area does have three openings really. You have this sliding mechanism door here just to have easy access. And then we do have the physical electric fully opening. And it just squeezes that bit of cushion there, so you don't need to take any cushions out. It's really easy. So electric actuators that just lift up the whole unit, and this will take kind of a 2.6 metre long inflatable dinghy, not a rigid hull, just because you're limited on height in here, but it's really long. So yeah, easy to put an inflatable dinghy with an outboard motor in it. And what's really good with this third option I was talking about here is that this is actually a top engine hatch. So really easy for access to the engines when you need to service them or get easier access. But this hatch does lift up higher. I've just done it kind of halfway, but that's really useful to have because the main door's just over there, which we'll see in a second. But yeah, great tender hatch just there. So just walking into the cockpit, here we see this really spacious, large seating area for dining. Right now the table's up in its tallest mode, so it's in its dining arrangement. You can drop that down just so it's a bit more relaxed for coffees and snacks. But as you can see, really spacious, a lovely place to be. I think the lights are flickering on camera, but they're not in person. It's just the way the LEDs show on the camera. But lovely cockpit, permateak all the way through, so it's very stylish. Lots of windows everywhere with obviously opening windows either side. A very comfortable sun pad as well. It's really wide, so it's very comfortable for one person. Our wet galley arrangement here with an electric griddle, sink, and then just general storage in these compartments here. And then a fridge with a freezer compartment in there as well. A few soft drinks and beers and champagne. Just bilge pump access there. And then here we just have the controls like you saw for the sun blind, the tender hatch and the hydraulic platform. speaker system, which is also inside the boat, so you can get the tunes going. Handholds as well when you're walking up forward, so it's very ergonomic and yeah, really stylish in here. Even the backed helm seat is metallic paint, so you do very well for styling the boat out with a nice upholstery as well. On the helm itself, it's a really sporty design. Got a twin bench seat that does slide forward with a control underneath, and this also drops down, so it gives you really good access if you want to stand on that and look above the roof. So just looking at what navionics we have, so this is an extra Raymarine Axiom screen, so all your goodies on there, touch screen of course, autopilot just here, and this is your standard 7-inch screen. This is quite good just to have engine dials on there itself, but you can do quite a lot on there. I love these, instead of carling switches, the black switches, you've got these really nice stainless steel buttons with a backlit for everything. Looks really smart. The optional bow thruster as well, and what's really cool is this wireless charger there. It does work. They look like gimmicks, but it does work. Chart card, USB, fire extinguisher system, the optional joystick, of course, super handy, really easy for the manoeuvring, and then your engine throttle sticks just there, and your Lenco trim tabs. But it's really nice finish. Hopefully you can see it on camera, but there is a metallic finish throughout. Nice steering wheel. Wow. Compass just up there. Nice big windscreen. So we'll just open up this sunroof and show what it looks like when it's fully open. So there it is with the fully open hardtop roof with the awning and the sunroof. Still quite protected with this middle bit, but it just opens up the whole boat and limits the canvas, having to manually put it up and down. And there's a VHF down there, I just missed that, but that is the helm. It's a really ergonomic design. So let's go down in the lower deck to look at the accommodation. But just before we go down, just notice these glass panels here, how much light they put down below. It's a really smart design down here. And you can see how that fully lights up this whole area. It doesn't feel like you're on a lower deck on a 40-foot sports cruiser. Normally it's quite dark down here on boats, but you could happily spend time down here without feeling claustrophobic. Really nice windows as well. Opening portholes, of course, for ventilation. So the galley on the port side, very well equipped. As you can see, kind of a stainless steel exposed fridge freezer. And it's a really good sized one. And then we've got these painted cabinets here. It's very smart, with loads of storage everywhere. Induction hob, a really nice resin countertop, which needs to be kind of seen in the flesh to see how nice it is. Stainless steel sink, and that top goes just there. Little bin just there. We've got lots of cupboard spaces. So the microwave is just above here. So it's a well fit out galley. There's quite a large usable space as well. So here on starboard side we do have the large sofa area, leather sofa with a dining table or a coffee table or even a berth. It does drop down on these stilts here and turns into a berth pretty easily. So just slide the table across, turn that into a dining mode. So it's nice that you can make use of the areas in different ways. Got curtains along here, so again, really good for privacy. Lots of storage above. We do have vents for air conditioning on this boat, which is run by the generator if you're ashore, or on shore power if you're in the berth. A very, very smart switch panel. It's nice to have these backlights here. Makes it very easy to read. And then your Paguro generator control switch just there. Again, your Fusion stereo speaker system. But it's really smart. I like how you can even see it through the glass. Television, as well as in the cabin. But it's just a very well appointed and even a solid floor. There's no creaking or anything like that. It's a very well built, solid boat, these Galeons, and very stylish as well. Really nice lights, as well as the Alcantara lining everywhere. Just there, and that's your air conditioning switch. But really nice to have these wood inlays everywhere. So going into the forward cabin, we can see how that is really, really nice to let loads of light in. I've left that cushion off, actually, that skylight, just so you can see what it looks like. Nice windows, really nice design cues everywhere with chamfered edges on this latty grey joinery. Television just there, but it's a very smooth and nice design. Steps on the starboard side. They've took out the ones on the port side just so you have a larger bed. Vanity mirror just there. But these are all just storage units. You even have your air conditioning panel there, light switches, charging points, so you don't even need to get out of bed. On these door handles even, it's a magnetic latch, so yeah, really nice, solid quality. So here in the forward cabin ensuite, you can see it's a separate shower with a seat. Nice faucets. And there's a good storage bench just above with the resin there. Just making the most use of the space. But yeah, lots of light. Everything's kept bright, so it's not claustrophobic at all. You'd happily spend lots of time down here. And then the hanging storage just there on the starboard side. So we'll just go to the aft cabin, which uniquely has the ensuite. So as you can see, Alcantara everywhere, even on the ceiling panels. But lots of storage there on that sideboard with the lovely windows there. And here on the port side, you can have changing sofa or seat with lots of hanging storage. And here, just adjacent to the bed, they've squeezed in this head, which is fantastic. So it's a wet room with some good storage just there. Yeah. Really good use of space. So we'll just walk up to the bow, have a look what's up there. But first, we'll just show you how this radar framing is even hinged here. So if you're going under quite a tight gap, you can bring that down, which is really helpful. Good handholds everywhere. Wide side decks. One-piece windscreen. It's a very sinuous boat, how it's low slung. So anchor on a windlass, of course, as you'd expect, with lots of chain down there. And here we have the skylights that go down into that forward VIP, which I showed earlier. There is a central cushion for that. I just took it off for the video. Yeah, full sun pad that covers this whole area, which is really nice. So just going into the engine bay through the starboard engine hatch. Here we have the Volvo Penta D4 320 engines, the stern drives with the manoeuvrability of the joystick control. And mentioned earlier, we do have the large access hatch just above if you did need to get easier access to the components here. But it's pretty good. You can kneel down and kind of crawl around if you need to. Battery banks either side, your calorifier there for hot water, generator, and your fuel tank. She holds just under 1,000 litres and just under 500 litres of water. So well equipped for good cruising.